Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be doing something interesting. We're going to be doing Queens of the Stone Age. Starting off with their self-titled debut released in 1998. This is going to good tier. Probably my least favorite of all of them. No offense to them or anything. I mean, solid opener with regular John, that's like a 7, save an Avion, but if only is an 8. This is probably my favorite track on the album too. Walking on the Sidewalks is a 7. Uh, You Would is a 7. How to Handle a Rope is an 8. Metcola is a 7. Hispanic is 7. You Can't Quit Me is an 8. Give the Mule What He Wants is an 8 as well. And I was a teenage hand model as a 7. Pretty good debut. It's just not. It just pales in comparison to the rest of their stuff. But I would give this like a C plus personally. But then we get into big guns. We get into Rated R. This is my favorite Queens of the Stone Age record. This is going to perfection. Not a not a single bad track on this album. Everything about this album is perfection, from the opener of Feel Good Hit of the Summer all the way to the closer of I Think I Lost My Headache. My favorite track on here might honestly be Tension Head. This is a 10 out of 10 song. I also love Lightning Song. That is a killer instrumental with an acoustic guitar. I just love that one. In the Fade is a 10 out of 10. Same with Quick and to the Pointless. I know some people don't like Quick and to the Pointless, but I just love how heavy and stupid and crazy it is. Like, 10 out of 10 track. I also love Lost Art of Keeping a Secret, Leg of Lamb, Autopilot, Better Living Through Chemistry, Monster in the Parasail, Quick and to the Pointless, In the Fade, the Feel Good Hit of the Summer reprise. It's only 35 seconds, and you could argue it could have just been added to Feel Good Hit of the Summer, but I think it works on its own and stands out on its own too. I love it. And then you have my personal favorite with Tension Head. It's just stupid heavy. It just, like, fun fact, they actually brought in a guy named Nick Oliveri for this, and he just screams his head off. It's pretty insane and bewildering to watch, or listen to, I guess. It is fantastic. 10 out of 10 album. I absolutely love this thing. Next up is Songs for the Deaf. And this is going to be my first spicy take. I think this album is amazing, not fantastic. And great opener, though. I'll give you that. It's a great opener with You Think I Ain't Worth a Dollar, but I Feel Like a Millionaire. And some other great tracks too, like No One Knows, First to Give It, Song for the Dead, The Sky is Falling. Six Shooter is a 9, Hanging Tree is a 10, same with Go With the Flow, Gonna Leave You is a 9, Do It Again is a 10, God is in the Radio is a 10, Another Love Song is a 10. Same with Song for the Deaf, and I think it would have ended better if it just ended on Song for the Deaf instead of Mosquito Song, which I think is a 9. There's a few tracks on here that aren't perfect. If I'm being real with you, they kind of go on for a little too long and get a little boring. And in Six Shooter's case, it's just too short. It's just a minute and 20 seconds, and it feels like a weaker version of Quick and to the Pointless, at least to me, anyway. Still a pretty good album, though. But next up, we have Lullabies to Paralyze. This is going to fantastic. I personally think this is a fantastic album. Not quite perfection. It's not quite a 10 out of 10, but it's pretty close, honestly. I honestly love the weird mood setting intro with this lullaby. I also love Medication and Everybody Knows That You're Insane and Tangled Up in Plaid. I also love Burn the Witch and In My Head. But my favorite here, I mean, this is kind of a basic bitch pick, but I don't care, is Little Sister. I also love I Never Came. Now, Someone's in the Wolf is a strong 9, but I don't know. I just think it's a little too long. I feel like the Blood is Love kind of does what Someone's in the Wolf is a little better. I also love Skin on Skin. A very interesting, almost kind of sexy time track, if that makes sense. I also love Broken Bots. You got a killer scene there, man. and Long Slow Goodbye. Very close to a 10. This is a fantastic record and worth almost every second of your time. Almost every second. But next up, we have Era Vulgaris. This is my second favorite. This is going right behind Rated R. I love this record. Honestly, I really do. I love turning on the screw. Sick, sick, sick with that intro is just fantastic. One of their heaviest songs they've ever done. I also love I'm Designer, Into the Hollow, Misfit Love, Battery Acid, Make It With You, Threes and Sevens, but those just those classic Queens of the Stone Age riffs. Then there's Suture Up Your Future, River in the Road, Run Pig Run, a little bit of their one of their heavier tracks that is on this album. And this is the deluxe edition that I'm looking at right now that includes some tracks that was only released in Japan, like Running Joke, the title track, and The Fun Machine Took a Shit and Died. Great title. But this version and the original version, because the original version only ended on Run Pig Run, but this version, 10 out of 10 as well. I love this thing from beginning to end. This is a 10 out of 10 album, no matter which version you listen to. Now, next up is Like Clockwork. This is going to the top of fantastic. This is probably my third favorite. Almost a perfect 10, I'll be honest with you. I also appreciate how consistent this thing is, too. At only 10 tracks. Very consistent album. This is honestly what a lot of people like to call the kind of David Bowie album. A strong 9 would Keep Your Eyes Peeled. But then we have the real 10 out of 10 stuff with I Sat by the Ocean, The Vampire of Time and Memory, If I Had a Tail, My God is the Sun, Calypsia, Fair Weather Friends, which is my personal favorite off this album, Smooth Sailing, which is just so smooth and seductive and just fantastic. I also love I Appear Missing and Like Clockwork as well. Very close to perfection. Like, this is my third favorite. If Keep Your Eyes Peeled was just slightly stronger, I would have put this in perfection. No joke. But next up, we have Villains. And this is going to be my other hot take. I think this is better than the debut. This is going to great. And, this is why this is a hot take. Because I feel like this kind of takes what they did on Like Clockwork. And they don't do it quite as well. But it also takes what they did on the debut and does it better, in my opinion. I actually, solid opener with Feet Don't Fail Me, that's a decent 8. Same with The Way You Used To and Domesticated Animals and Fortress and Head Like a Haunted House is my personal favorite on here. That's a 9 out of 10. I also love Unreborn Again, that's a decent 8. Same with Hideaway and The Evil Has Landed and Villains of Circumstance. Great album. I don't understand why this gets shit on, personally. This is a great album. But next up, we have their final album, In Times New Roman. This is, honestly, I think this is better than Songs for the Deaf. I really do. I really do think this is better than Songs for the Deaf, personally. Great opener with, 1 second, please. With Obscenery. That's a strong 9. Paper Machete is a 10, same with Negative Space. Time and Place, though, is a strong 9. Made to Parade is a 10, though, same with Carnivore? I don't know. What the Peepholes Say is a 10 out of 10, same with Sickly, Emotion Sickness, and I think this is their longest song to date with Straight Jacket Fitting, which is a 9-minute epic, and it takes you on a pretty epic sprawl throughout it, where it almost gets a little redundant at the 6-minute mark, but then it changes and brings in a beautiful acoustic guitar and just closes out on a fantastic acoustic moment. Fantastic album. It's not quite as strong as Lullabies or Like Clockwork, but it's pretty close. It's really close. This was a fantastic album, and in my opinion, just a solid return to form. after Villains, which was a great album. Don't get me wrong, this thing's overhated, but this one lives up to the Queens of the Stone Age name and lives up to their second, their third, their fourth, their fifth, and their sixth album. I even think it's better than the third album with Songs for the Deaf. But that should do it. I also have a question for all of you. I've been thinking about doing vocal covers of certain tracks. Would you like to see that? Honestly, that's a genuine question. Would you like to see me do some vocal covers? But that should do it. Take care, everyone. I hope all of you have a great day, a great weekend, and a great week. If you don't want to see the vocal cover thing, I can just do Periphery next week if you would like, or if you want a different band, just drop in the comments below. Also, drop your rankings of these albums in the comments below as well. Tell me your favorite songs by Queens of the Stone Age. I would also greatly appreciate that as well. But anyway, I will see all of you next time. Take care, everyone.